life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm moving my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. You, when I wake up, I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
How y'all doing tonight? Hope everybody's doing real good.
It's a real gypsy! What's happening, gypsy?
Did that wake y'all up? It's raining here in the south, and I was like trying to damn put some stuff together on my StreamYard here, and man, it's just time consuming. That's all I gotta say. It's time consuming. Hey, Southern Girl, we'll be listening. Do so. Okay. Hey, Manchester Vicky, thank you so much for your YouTube membership. Woohoo! Thank you. So, and I love your posts. I don't care how long they are. I don't get company much. So I really adore you. Come on my porch anytime. Hey, Livy Easter. Chihuahua Mom. It's an ugly day here in North Kakalaki, ain't it, Chihuahua Mom? Miss Nicolina. Howdy, howdy. Miss Peachy Punch. Good morning, everyone. I'm making chili. Man, we were thinking about doing that. I'm getting that prep to go in a crock pot. I hear you. We did that the other day, and I was like, man, I still have some of those leftover vegetables. Maybe we should do that again today. Hello, doing some things around house. Peachy and Nick. Good morning. Everybody's saying their good morning. Stitches. Cool Gamer. Boy, I have got Rapper like blocked 17 times, different accounts. So I went through all my mods, all my block stuff, and it's like I'm back to the basics. So you know how it do. Always changing. And I caught a couple of my sister's voice. Good morning. I caught a couple. Haley Marie, Heaven's baby, so good to see you. I'm so good to see you in my chat again. I've missed some of you guys. Awesome. Free side on the back side. Good to see you too. Always good to see. Yeah, it is a nappy, rainy kind of day too, man. I had to get my chai tea out, wake my ass up. Coffee sometimes makes me sleepy. Renee Marie, good to see you. Lime Mom, all these beautiful people, beautiful people. I thought that trial was over, Stitches, or is she being sentenced? Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Pendar, I saw you post a song that you were wanting to sing, and I think you would be great. Actually, any song you you can sing anything. Pendar, I love your voice. Love your voice. She must have spit on someone. She has to wear. Oh yeah, when they put that spit mask on. Yep, or she bit somebody. He's got 30. Does he really? Okay, that explains it because you could clearly tell who it was. Thank you for letting me know that. I was like, what? So anyway, that's sort of what the overhaul was about. Told you it was nothing exciting, Nicolina. Just cleaning house. You know how it do. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you, Chaoses and Roses. Always, always. And Tog, good to see you. Gamer girl, here's my girl. Hey. If anybody wants to come up, come on up. It's open panel. I meant to make my thumbnail, and man, when you're trying to learn programs and cook and clean, and then your phone locks up when you're trying to do it and stay on top of everything, it can be so time consuming. But such is life. There's Miss Catlin. Good to see you. I hope I have a good fortune today. um, that's okay. That's all right. Don't worry about it. There's the link. All right. So I think I got everybody. Tinker my bell. Did I get everybody? I hope I didn't leave anybody. Hope so. Well, yeah, they do, man. And then you gotta like condense it so it fits. And then uploading it. And I don't know about you and your StreamYard, but mine lags, man. I've been in 2 lives this morning. Um, I watched Bullhorn Betty for a couple of minutes and then just to see if there was anything new. And then I went to see Steffers or the other way around. And both of theirs lag. So it's gotta be damn StreamYard. But yet when I see people do restream, they always go back to StreamYard. So I guess this is what we got, right? I guess this is what we got. Chaotic Spooky Live. Good to see you. Okay, good to see you. Coffee cup is in the microwave. I think I was making chai tea, but if we got coffee, I'd rather have that. Thank you, honey. Thanks, Stedman. My new mod. Back to my original mod. Yeah, so I can see who's getting timed out and who's getting blocked and all that. I'm a control freak like that. I guess us crazy bitches are control freaks, ain't we? Right. Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Some coffee on a rainy, cold day. Ain't that right? Mm-hmm. Oh, that sounds good too. I love anything vanilla. Perfume, anything vanilla. They say that perfumes that have a scent as food is aphrodisiac. Wouldn't you know it? If you smell like food, they come for you. Thank you, honey. All right, honey, I found something. Thank you. Okay. All right, hey out there to my fam that's watching. I appreciate you guys. I can't see you when you come into town. Hopefully you see me here, or at least my avatar. I didn't do my hair and makeup yet because it's all rainy outside and I had to like take out the garbage and stuff. I love chai tea. Yes, with vanilla. So I would like mix with yours. I would totally mix those two. Vanilla, iced vanilla latte with chai tea. Oh my God. For a summer when I met my husband, I worked at Panera Bread part-time and then part-time would come at the car lot. And I loved that job, by the way. Except when I couldn't figure out the slicing machine and I had bagels flying like frisbees through the place, and they were like, "We ought to put her back on the cream cheese." Then they put me on the cream cheese and they said, "You're filling the cream cheese too full." So they put me on the damn dishes, and I loved that because I wore my headset, and that was cool. But yeah, when I worked at Panera Bread, that chai tea there, I don't know what brand it is, but it's so good. So there's a plug for Panera Bread's chai tea. I think you had said you didn't have one prior. Oh, I didn't know. Okay, so what was I getting ready to do? Oh yeah, I was gonna start the morning off in prayer. Thanks to our good friend. Yeah.
Hey, dear Lord, baby Jesus, please look over Mammoth tonight as she's leaving her crack dealer on her way in the red car with the dog shit in the back seat with the almost empty gas tank full, so she can go live and she can say she don't have no cigarettes when she's got two in the console, and she can beg for $14.35 for a pack of cigarettes and a sandwich in the gas station around 3 a.m. Please look over Mammoth whenever she's doing that, dear Lord, there in Sacramento, California, San Francisco, something like that. We all know dude looks like a lady, and that's okay. But please, Lord, baby Jesus, just be with Mammoth whenever she's doing her crack run, all right? Thank you. Amen.
He got that perfect, y'all. Now don't be posting stuff and sending me messages telling me I'm going to hell. I already know. I'm a witch, remember? It's time for that spooky season, isn't it? Chaotic. I used to scare the shit out of my kids' friends. Is your mama really a witch? I don't know. She tells fortunes. And I can see every one of yours. Guess what I see? I see Halloween candy. I see lots and lots of Halloween candy. That's what I see. Eaten by us. No. Well, we might share. Do y'all celebrate Halloween besides me and chaotic? Do you guys? I should ask. Do you guys? I think Peachy said no. Do you guys celebrate? Hell yeah, we all got a witch in us, don't we? And there's a man who made her that way. I always like to say, oh, or a schizophrenic mom. Let's see. The freaking, I don't know you. Please don't beat down another rap account. I mean, rapper, not rap, rapper. All right, cool. Yeah, does anybody else celebrate it besides me and Chaotic? She says, Chaotic. I love Halloween. I enjoy it more than Christmas. Do you really? I love both. I really do. I'll say that I love one more than the other, but I enjoy them both. I haven't celebrated since my last stop trick or treating. No, that's too bad. Do you give out candy though? And do you dress up when you give out? I'm changing my picture today to a Halloween picture. Yeah, I've changed mine. But see the stupid thing where I didn't like crop it right, so it's screwed up. I do too. I love it. I celebrate the next day when the chocolate's empty. Yeah, there you go. I do too, man. Good morning, gamer girl, and everyone doing laundry. Right? I know it's like rainy days are meant for a laundry day, right? We have a huge costume party every year, adults only. What a great idea! And it's so fun. Do y'all have like a now I have been to costume parties, and one I was dressed up as Minnie Mouse one year, and I can't remember what my date dressed up like, but I was Minnie Mouse, and I was working for a dentist, and we had the costume already. We had one for a clown, which I had to do all the time at the dentist office anyway. So I wanted to do what the other girl did, which was be Minnie Mouse. So I went as Minnie Mouse and won. Yay. I think I got like a gift certificate or something like that. Hey, Nitro, good to see you. My birthday is the 30th October, so I love how I do too. I've got 2 kids born in October, so that's right, just 2, right, hun? Yeah, gotta ask. We only had 2, right? No, we've got a mixture here. We don't trick or treat on our road. The houses are too far away. I miss celebrating with the kids. Wow. Yeah. Uh, I did that one year too. I went as my boss. I went as my boss, spray painted my hair gray, and I got his name badge from something. Anybody that worked with me back then watching me live. Y'all remember that? We used to do our whole main floor as a haunted. Wow. That sounds cool. Good morning. That sounds like Chaotic's house. If you're not subbed up to her, you would like what she's been posting. Her house is phenomenal. I mean, honestly, if you get into it like we do, which it sounds like you do, check her channel out. Hey, Anessa, good to see you. Okay, gotcha. I'm glad you did. Thank you. Yes, she's got that thing decorated to the max, man. Even her candy. Or I guess I should say cookies. I'm gonna put this up real quick so nobody gets mad at me. Just so there's no sacrilege happening. Okay, I won't bother you then. Thank you. You did? Okay, awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. She's got some great stuff. Yeah, so as I was thank you at FBI. I appreciate you. Are you my neighbor? I think my neighbor's the FBI. Just kidding. Only because she dresses nice. My sister-in-law runs a haunted house every year for food donations. Wow. We have made big strong. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a really good idea. Hey, Amber. Good to see you. Hey, traders, you're at your mom's doctor appointment. Thank you for coming and tell her I got praying for her there. Um, yes, I did right next to me. Awesome, awesome, awesome. That's really cool. That idea right here. Raise donations for that's so like they brought you like a canned food for their entry. Is that how you did that? I really like that idea. Hey, El Kennedy, I've been watching your hula hoop videos. Yeah, you went to a function. It looked like what some kind of function for a fair or something like that. Awesome. Nitro says, yeah, okay. Hello. Yeah, we hope her appointment goes good, and we are praying for her. Big time. Awesome lady. You both. All you ladies are, and guys. Can't leave you guys out. Got to shower, then head to Tractor Supply. Hell yeah. Wear your boots there. You know, they got good stuff, man. I really like that store. They've got really nice, like if you like cowboy boots and that sort of thing, they have a good selection there. The art fair. Yes, that's awesome. Y'all sub up to her. She has got some great content too. We be getting a few Amazon packages. I was drunk. That's the best way to shop on. I have a friend of mine, I have a funny story. Um, damn. You know, as I get ready to tell this story, I realized that she passed away last week. Anyway, Facebook friend um posted years ago that she was shopping on Amazon and had taken her Ambien and was Ambien shopping and bought, like if you're setting up a house and staging the room and the kitchen for people to come see what it would look like. They use like fake eggs, like the little kids play with, or a fake burger, fake food, fake plastic food, but it looks real. She ordered her some because she was hungry. It's like, I thought it was cute and funny. So, hey, little Kim, good to see you too. Yes, we hope all goes well at her appointment. Prayers for your mom. Yep, definitely. Yeah, so I'm gonna let y'all say your hellos, and I'm gonna go put this in the microwave real quick. I'll be right back. And 2 and 2. You'll even hear me. I read hot liquids in the morning are good for your stomach, so I try to make mine really, really hot. You're gonna park right here, okay? um, okay. Yes. Okay. I don't know who that is. It must be some trial, I guess. I So who has been watching the trial that's airing over on Rap's channel? Have y'all been watching any of that, or have y'all already seen it? I purposely miss portions of it because I just can't, I mean, if I'm not gonna sit through my daughter's gory parts, I'm not gonna sit through this guy's. Because who wants to hear that, right? I mean, you might, but for me, nah, I already have bad dreams enough. Hey, Amber, good to see you. I've missed every bit of it. Me too. Honest to goodness. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I've missed it too. That's why I was asking y'all. The only thing that I'd like noticed was, hey, sweet sativa, stayed up way too late. Really? So you were listening to it? I've listened to bits and pieces, but I wound up getting distracted by chat, and then I don't really pay attention to what's being said. Um, I guess because I kind of feel like, there's not really anything we can do about it when they're talking about small town corruption. Um, what do you do about it? Small town USA corruption? I mean, that's like deep seated stuff. You ain't gonna stop that. I don't know. Think he's playing it because he has lots of new people too. Yeah, I haven't heard it or watched it. So when I see people say they've already seen it, I'm like, really? Have you? I feel bad I hadn't watched it all. But yeah, some of it I don't want to know. I guess I'd rather stay in denial, I guess. Hello, beautiful gypsy. Well, hello. Good to see you. Yeah. Hey, how are you doing? All right. Yep. So, getting back to the trial, I thought it was interesting though when I heard that Jimbo and Kemper went live twice yesterday on a Sunday. Was that right? Or it happened on Sunday in the middle of the night because they go live at 1, something like that. And it's like, man, if you aren't guilty, why do you make yourself look guilty by getting irritated? And I can't remember who it was that said this, but if you're not like the old adage, guilty dog barks first. If you're not guilty, why are you going live twice and trying to dispel stuff that hadn't even been brought up? I mean, it's kind of, I guess, what self sabotage, what my title is. Um, yeah, definitely. I watched the girl who killed her mother. She was schizo and killed her. She didn't know she was schizo and had episode. Oh, wow. I thought she was going to walk, but she didn't. Interesting. Okay, let's see what. Well, I just finished my morning hooping and heading home. I'll wait. Listen. Okay, cool. Nitro. I guess so. I don't know. I mean, I thought it was kind of strange. Small town corruption has been going on for generations. That's right. That's right. I mean, it has like got my husband watching what's that movie with the um what's his name? Atticus. Atticus. What's that movie? Something about a bird. Yeah. Or he wouldn't be acting like this, y'all. To me, that's self-sabotage. You can give yourself away so easily. Like, let's just say, and we're just talking. Let's just say someone tries to send you an anonymous email. Uh, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to pick out who the person is. It's obvious by just, do they spell the same way? Do they use emojis the same way? Do they use jargon the same exact way? Do they call you by name the exact same way in the text of the note, letter, email? It's real identifying. So those that think they can get away with stuff really don't. They sure the hell don't. Mhm. So, like when bark first, as they say, guilty dog barks first, which is what he was doing to kill a mockingbird. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Thanks. Yeah, it's very obvious when a person has been triggered. Yeah, calling them out on their bullshit, pointing out how they gave themselves away, right? That's called self-sabotage. Hot. Way hot. Oh, well. Yeah, that too. There was something somebody picked up in chat. I don't remember who it was, and it doesn't matter. They were saying it looked like somebody that we have seen in the community, um, in the courtroom. And so, you know, you might not get found out today or tomorrow or next year, but you'll be found out. In 2024, we in? Yeah, come on now. You know you ain't gonna get away with no crime in 2024. You especially ain't gonna get away with writing bogus emails and shit in 2024. People are wise to that shit, especially when your ex was in the damn computer business, right? We're on to that kind of thing long time ago. Yeah, you listen to it 10 times. Boy, I just can't get my attention. That's hard for me. Cause like I don't know these people, so I guess it's like I don't know who they're talking about, so I lose my attention. And like all the legal jargon, it can really get to be snoozing to me. So unless you've got somebody like Rap who's giving you great commentary and makes it not so tedious, right? So if you haven't watched it, he's a good one to watch it with your popcorn. Yeah. Holla for $1. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I'm gonna give you a how you doing? How you doing tonight? I saw her post something. She had posted something. I'm talking about
How
her.
y'all doing tonight?
I saw her post something yesterday about them getting a new juvenile judge. And something like that. So I wonder if that's a good thing for that case. Got coffee on my hand. I wonder if that's gonna be a good thing for that case or, not. I thought it was interesting she shared it. Is anybody else subbed up to them? The Wells is who I mean. All this always brings me back to summer, right? Hold chat, but I'm okay. Too many snacks. Oh, me. It was great going through it again with more details. I switched off after seeing it for the second time, but I guess that's the point of studying. Yeah, I know. I've got ADHD and my mind drifts. So, hey, Melissa. Good to see you. Yes, holler for $1. Yes. So it was to replace the guy that they just indicted. Is that right? I have no idea what you're talking about. We're talking about the case and the self-sabotage in the case. I don't know anything about that. Let's see, so much corruption in many judicial systems. Isn't that the truth? Yeah, a lot of corruption in many judicial systems. I think that's why they want to reset, right? Because there's so much. Cooking. Are they real? My friend that bought the fake eggs and stuff. That was so funny. No, we're talking about the case right here. Yeah. And how obvious some people in it have been. Like y'all said, him going live yesterday was obvious. Just those types things, right? They kind of make it obvious when they're the guilty one, right? They make it real obvious. Hey, Teresa up church, good to see you. JP Fluff. Just in time, the lawyer came. Yeah, I thought it was kind of strange. I mean, why be upset, right? If you didn't lose a game, you're not upset if you haven't lost the game. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, that's what I heard Nicolina say. I believe that he had gone live twice. Uh, yeah, weird. Also explaining things, yes, and he had that lawyer come up. Yeah, that was awesome. It's always cool when you can hear it from, real, people that actually do this for a living rather than armchair detectives, right? And people that really don't understand statutes and all that kind of stuff. Just the jargon alone, you know. You got your chili in the crock pot. Yes. I got my chili in the crock pot now and prepping the cornbread because you can't have chili without cornbread. Girl, I'm coming over. You got some milk to go with that? You got some milk? I think somebody in here needs some milk. What y'all think? Oh, gotta have corn. But they dump it here, and they take your cornbread and dump it in your milk. Y'all do that? You love it, yeah. That's good eating. You got milk. All right, that's awesome. 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 You're a legal nerd, Aria. You like that kind of thing? I wish my ADHD could help me, but I can't do it. My mind drifts right in like that. It's probably why I've never been able to read the Bible all the way. You like crackers or Fritos scoops? Oh, and your chili, that is good too. It's too many snacks again. That is hilarious. I love it. That's funny. It's still so hot in Louisiana, but it's supposed to get cooler in the evenings. Yeah, it has been here too. Ready for some I haven't had gumbo and for do you have a good recipe for that? I haven't had gumbo in forever. There's a great little area in uptown Charlotte called a Lotta Arcade if you're uptown and the little area there, it's like a courtyard, I guess. Uh all like bricked in and little coffee shop, little restaurants. There's like a little jewelry store. And one of them is called the French Quarter. And they have great food like that type stuff. It's awesome. Yeah. Hawkins County, Harlan County, so many. Yeah, they sound familiar. Hawkins County, I never thought about that, but you're right. Makes me wonder how many have gotten blackmailed. Oh yeah. Daily. That you see that here. How many people are blackmailed and threatened just for being a creator? Yeah, just go back over to Summer Wells and the true crime and ask that question. Yeah. Oh, it is. It is, man. They have these sandwiches too called the Monte Cristo. And yeah, they everything they have is good. He went live twice and talked about it twice. He was angry and triggered both times when he talked about it. And is it possible for Kemper to speak a sentence without an insult? I'll have one thing to say to him. That's why I ignore him from existence. I'll check my email in just 1 second. I'm live. He was angry and triggered both times. Is this Cam? Uh, that's all I got to say to Kemper. Until then, you're an ep to me. You're a non-existent entity. What I'm going to make for tea. Veggie soup and home cooked bread sounds good. Yes, it does. You do? I like those too. You miss cooking, and I'll cook for you, girl. I'll cook for you. Yeah, if you can't cam up, then shut up. That's all I got to say to you. Your opinion is nothing to anybody because you don't even cam up, and this ain't even your fight. You were paid to do it. He said so himself. He was brought into this as a paid troll, so whatever. It ain't even your fight. Sorry, but I can only respect Jimbo in this scenario. It's his fight. Anywho. Hey, Rosie. Oh, honey, I ain't you telling the truth. But I guess he wanted it that way. I mean, I guess he wanted it that way. I guess it's like, um, if he wanted his channel to be one way, which was them two with a target audience with a specific plight, I guess in his eyes it's not ruined because then he is, living out his purpose, fulfilling his purpose, I guess I should say. And if he came here and fell prey to the masses and only did what the masses wanted him to do, he would not be being true to himself or his channel. So that could be seen as a failure or sellout, right? So which one do you respect? Him staying true to the purpose of his channel or him being a sellout? Did you really? Ain't no big deal. Ain't no big deal. If you can walk outside your front door, you can come up. It's the way I see it. You did great, Stuffers. I hate StreamYard. Boy, I can't stand it. It just lags and lags. But you did great. Yeah, I know, right? For real. For real. We all do. And we take his insults. You mean to tell me he can't take a little old insult from all these elderly women that are fat skanks? Cam up, right? Cam up. That's all I gotta say. Oh crap, but I need to figure out the best way to bread it. A little bit of cornbread and a little bit of flour. That's the way I would do it. Some people would probably add a little egg, but I don't. And it will stick to it better if it's wet. Like rinse it in your strainer and then roll it and it'll stick to it wet. Yeah. Talking about how to flour okra. Okra. How to flour okra. She says she uses breadcrumbs. She uses a little breadcrumbs, puts a little oil on there, a little water, roll it. That'll be right. There he is right there. He's a great commentator on that there Harlan Hustlers. I don't even know what they're called. Are they called the Harlan Hustlers? I made that up one day. Or the hell, there might be one. I don't know. Is that what? Yeah. I'll go post these up here so y'all can see. You think so? You think so? You can come tell me what you think if you want. I'll drop the link now that I got all my good mornings out. Got my coffee. Anybody want to come up? You can. I'm hoping to give Sarah doesn't have to co-host here if she doesn't want to. I know that she really, really, really enjoys modding for various channels and getting to visit and visit different panels and visit different chats modding. And I totally don't want to tie her up on my channel. And I think that she does great without my help. So anybody that wants to come up and hang out, come on. I want to change it up. I'll tell you why. I watched the stand and I said to myself, self, is you and Sarah as boring as Kemper and Jimbo? Do we talk to just ourselves and not the chat? Am I limiting her by having her be on mine all the time because she has her own opinions and we don't always see eye to eye? And I thought, I need to stop asking her to come every day because then she doesn't get to go do what she wants to do, and that's not fair. And she's got an awesome channel if you're not subbed up to her. Sarah has a great channel. Hey,
Hey, how are you?
so tell me your opinion on this here. You've got some opinions I'm reading here in chat.
I came in a little late,
That's
so
okay. You didn't miss anything. You-
I heard you say you're talking about the case. Which case? Is it?
Well, I see that there's a different one also happening that I'm not on top of. The one that I'm talking of is just how the way he was handling. Yes, they brought this evidentiary hearing, and it seems to have made him angry. Which, if you're really for justice, why would that make you angry?
Exactly.
That was sort of an odd reaction.
Well, no, I mean anything like that, because when I got burned out from nursing, I actually went into law, and
Yeah.
I was a paralegal. My brother and cousins are lawyers, and well, my brother passed away, but he was even running for judge. So we were involved in politics with his running and
Yeah.
all that good stuff.
Right.
And it just seems to me that crimes are being committed right outright in front of our faces, but we've become so desensitized because so many people are making all these outlandish excuses and going around and around and around. They never land their plane. Like, okay, perfect instance, what I put in the comments. I caught a little snippet this morning of Jamie, the king of the streets. I guess him and Constance were speaking, and she was on rap, which she should not talk about rap or anything at all because
Right.
she's biased. But
Right.
Jamie asked her a very important question. And I have never seen that woman turn into a pretzel like I did this morning. She still won't answer it. It's a yes or no question. If you were raped,
Hmm.
would you, okay,
I know.
invite your rapist back into your home around you and your children?
Absolutely
If you,
not.
okay, well, Constance couldn't answer that question on her live this morning.
Hmm.
She did everything in the world to twist it, and Jamie kept asking her, would you invite that person into your house?
Okay, I'm gonna defunct that one more over, and I don't care who leaves. The only time I would say yes to that is when I was in a domestic violence situation and he was the breadwinner. That was
That's
not
different.
the
She
case.
was the
She
breadwinner.
was the breadwinner, and
And
she had every tool to leave without ever even having to step outside and ask,
because
let's just say, the battered women's shelter. They would
Constance was
uh,
hung on the fact
uh,
that
in the
he
South,
admitted
in
it.
the South, if you take out charges, let's just say for domestic violence, they will take up the charges. It's not anymore like civil anymore. They
But
step in and it becomes the state against that person.
yeah, but here you have a very independent woman with not a financial
Well,
problem
that's right. That's my point. So
who
someone who would have to use a tool such as a resource such as the battered women's shelter would be scared to have to file charges and would go back. That was
listen, we all
not
know
this
you
case,
can be
right? It
great,
was
and
not in this situation.
how many people don't
She owned the
file
home, the
charges.
car, the food, and the fridge.
No, she was in total control. But
Yep.
if you listen, because Connie was hung up on the phone call of him admitting it to the Liberator. But if you, everybody's stuck on that one piece.
Yeah.
If you listen to the statement as a whole, when I'm so
It's
sorry,
okay. It's
when
fine.
Rap went and dropped her children off at school,
Mhm.
he came back to the house. She was practically, I mean, you never blame the victim. But if you're sitting there and you're afraid of somebody and you want things to be no longer with this person, you're not
Go
going to
take
be
their
laying naked
car.
in bed,
Right. Mhm.
inviting, and then there was even some petting. She didn't resist. So, yeah, he proceeded forward. But I don't see, I mean, I could be wrong and everybody has their own definition, but I believe she was mind fucking him. I
Yeah.
believe she was playing with him and all this stuff. And here's my second point. if you are raped, first of all, I want Jamie's question answered, and none of us should let up on Constance until she answers it, because she knows if she answers it, she's going to have to admit she wouldn't have invited him back
Right.
to her house. And then you got the other thing that if that did happen to you, you mean to tell me this violent thing happened to you, because grape is violent whether you're beaten or not.
Right.
You mean to tell me you're going to go to Jimbo Collins on YouTube with it?
Exactly.
Come on. And be all happy and playing trivia
I got the
and
kids in bed
all
so I can come
this.
up. Hey, 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 you, hey, you.
I mean, am I wrong here? If I'm wrong here,
You're not wrong.
call me out. But
Right.
I just see it as
Mm-hmm.
she tempted him on purpose. I
Mm-hmm.
think she set him up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't believe you would go to Jimbo if you were raped. And it's okay she didn't go to the police. A lot of it doesn't get reported. But you
Right.
are not going when he's out of your house, like Jamie asked her. He's out of your house. Are you going to invite this rapist back in your house with you and your children? And
Mm-hmm.
Constance will not answer that question.
Well, what do y'all think about, didn't they say that she had started off over there where all this legal stuff that they're having problems with? From
Yeah.
once she came, when she first got here, she was over there with her name. Is it Bombshell? Am I
Yes,
confusing the names?
bombshell.
And isn't she like in trouble a lot right now?
I don't know. I don't follow her, so I don't know.
Am I getting
And
it
I'm
wrong?
not trying to make anybody mad, Renee Marie, if I made you mad. I mean, I'm a victim of grape myself, but I know I never would have invited my rapist back to my home.
Mm-hmm.
If you're afraid of somebody, you get away from them. You don't invite them towards you. What would be her motive to do that other than to set him up to make him
Right.
say, oh, look, he
Let's
came
say
back
one
to the
thing. Let's say
house?
one thing and end it there. We'll change the subject back to the Harlan situation. He has no charges against him. Rapp has no rape charges against him, period. So let's move on and go back to what we were talking about. Why would he be angry if they are finding out more doesn't he want to know more details? Doesn't he
Not
want
if
to
you've
know what this
involved or you got a
new
secret.
wouldn't you want to know what if this was your, that you had to like get on the stand and was being pointed, wouldn't you want this to come out?
I'd be
I'd be saying,
begging.
hell yeah.
Yeah, I'd be begging
Prove
for it
it
to
that
come
I'm
out.
not involved, not, the other way around. It's very peculiar.
Yeah, see, stuff like that, and it's important to pay attention to their behavior like that.
Mhm.
Because that's, like you said, that is so out of place. That is so random. Like,
It
if
is.
you're innocent, you're stomping and screaming, I'm innocent, here's the proof, bring
Okay,
out whatever you
take for
have
instance, and
to.
I hate to keep bringing up my situation, but in my daughter's case, anytime he came before the court with an attempt to appeal, I wanted to hear what he had to say. And this is the guy who shot my kid.
Did
So
you really?
why would you not want to know? Well, he was stupid anyway. He said he had ineffective counsel, and that counsel's now a judge. So it's like,
Oh, okay. Yeah, he
yeah, it's
lost
like,
that one big
yeah,
time.
big time. Yeah, right. Anyway, so I think it went something like that. It was something they threw out immediately. But the point was I got more details because I was in such a psychotic state when my daughter was killed and during the trial because you're hearing details. And so they put me on some real high power meds that I wouldn't remember it. And I don't remember those details. Um and so I guess Cynthia, you turn on what? Can you turn on? Oh, yes.
Oh, it
I'm
might be
sorry. I'm gonna
my
turn her
phone.
up. I've got her all the way up.
Yeah, mine's all the way up, but I've got a bad storm going on.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Is that any better?
I hear you good. What did she say? My phones keep replacing. What? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so things that I didn't retain because I was sedated, I wanted to learn later. So I was always going back and rereading and rereading. And so I can't imagine why you would not want that, you know?
Well, some people, it's too painful and they go in denial and don't want to know. I can't fault so like who like that's so traumatic. Like I just
Hmm.
I mean, I'm like you. I would want to know everything as much as
I
I
wonder
could.
this too. I wonder this too. Truth be told says, I wonder if money was paid to keep Shelley quiet or take care of his family while he was away. Enough money was stolen from Ronnie King.
And I'm not going to be popular for saying this, but I believe Shelby is safer where he is than if he was out on the streets
You're
and
probably
all
right.
that stuff.
You're probably
Really,
right.
he is in an environment that, yes, I mean, it's a really bad environment, but he is a criminal. And
Yeah,
just think of what would be happening if he was free.
right.
Now, I don't want him charged with a crime he did not commit. Absolutely not.
Right, right,
But I'll tell you what, I'm afraid of that man. What would you want him loose?
right, exactly. This was not going to let him loose though. It's my understanding that he has enough on him in there. He won't be set free. There, you know, his charges in there may change, but he's not going to be set free, is what I understand.
No, because he's got too many other charges on other stuff. But I don't want him convicted of a murder he didn't commit,
Right.
because then that means that the real one is out there walking around.
Exactly.
Like, hello,
Exactly.
does anybody
That's
care?
what I'm saying. I would want to know, right?
I mean, does anybody care about this? But I think that town and that state is so corrupt. I believe money was paid from, I'll say, government, low low on the totem pole government. Say, just do whatever you got to do to put him behind bars. But yet, you didn't want to get the real person, because what they did to that man was beyond just robbing him.
Mm-hmm.
That's an anger there. That's personal. To me, that whole thing was
They're a
personal.
violent family, is what Daisy
I
said that they were
know.
known for in that town.
The grandfather, the
All
father,
of them
and
are just
why do you
violent.
think Ernie calls himself the killer inside? I
Right.
believe he is. Don't come kill me,
Why,
bro.
why,
But
why does he call himself that anyway? What's his reasoning for calling himself that?
because I think he suffers from little man syndrome. And I don't mean to say it that way, but if you look at the family dynamics, he was like the black sheep of the family. He was always the one with the great ideas, but can never execute them. He was always the one like he does now, the medallions, the this, the that. He's gonna do merch. But it never comes to fruition. And I think the family, it's a personality thing. Maybe he couldn't tolerate the violence as good as Shelby could, and the grandfather and the father labeled him like a wimp or something, and gave Shelby the accolades. As messed up as that sounds, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But when you're in a criminal family, like I wonder about the daughters too, Ernie's sister and them. Or
I want to do that. You know, I don't want to because I think I would get too emotional. But I would like, we all watched Soft White Underbelly interview Tabitha. I wish that another creator like Rap would.
yeah, I agree with you there.
I think I would just get too emotional.
But like we've been saying, you need a totally new team
Yeah.
of young detectives that know today's technology, that know
Right.
how to comb through everything, that knows where, because I can tell you right now, if you go into Shelby Shell's file, you're gonna find a lot of corruption.
Listen to what Some Beach says. She says he did commit that murder allegedly with help from Ernie and Jimbo. Like Jimbo said last night,
But
first
then where's his
all gets
DNA?
away.
His
Just like he
DNA
said
is
last
missing.
night, first to talk gets away. Damn, that's ruthless.
Yeah, but Shelby's DNA, you can't have a crime like
Stalking
that
her.
and not leave some sort of DNA. And there is
Okay,
no DNA of Shelby.
y'all, I'm gonna tell you what I think. um, from what I've seen footage of Shelby, he was brawn while someone else was the brains. That's my
Well,
opinion.
because of Shelby's low IQ, I think they got him to set up, that they set him up to take the fall for a lot of things.
Mhm.
Simply because, let's face it, Ernie had the brains in that family, unfortunately. And Nicolina's right. They did contaminate the evidence and they did it on purpose. But why? Who does it tie back to that is in that city? Because it had to be for somebody maybe in government, maybe somebody in politics, maybe so, who knows? But they're hiding the real. You mean to tell me they went in and they did that brutally to that man just to rob him for a couple of rings and some money?
Well, I mean, we're
I think he knew information. Somebody got spooked, and
right.
that's how that ended.
Hmm.
There's something missing. There's something higher up. There's something being covered up. And these guys were just paid to, like maybe Jimbo was paid to just go in there
I'm
and.
I'm curious to know, is there any photos of this man? I haven't seen any at the trial.
I've never seen one.
I don't know what this man looked like. I had pictured someone small, and they said yesterday that he was big.
No, he was big. His foot size was like a 10-11, and the foot size they found at the scene was like an 8 or a 9. Gee,
Mhm.
doesn't that sound like an Ernie foot?
It's interesting.
See, that's what I mean. These things, there is nothing in this puzzle that falls into place. There is not one piece that fits.
Yeah. Um, if they didn't help him, is there anyone else that they're looking at besides the same old people that we've heard?
That I don't know.
I mean, if it's not these two, who else would have helped them?
Well, I'm going on the record and saying Shelby may have been there, but he didn't do nothing because he would have left a hair follicle, something. They were, I mean, unless the guy was in a full plastic bodysuit.
Truth be told, what does a liar for hire mean when he says that? Why does he call himself that? Is that what that means? I'd like to know why he calls himself that. Why does he call himself a liar for hire? And why does he call himself the killer inside? Why?
I want to rewatch him and Jimbo on the stand. And I want to watch it intently. Like, I want to slow the speed down. And I really want to put the two of their testimonies under a microscope. I want to pull both their testimonies apart because I bet if we pull those testimonies apart, we're going to find the inconsistencies and we're going to find who in which direction it's getting tied to, because that's the direction they're going to steer away from.
Yeah. So, what dog in this fight does Kemper have?
That's what I want to know. Do you think maybe he just knows and he's afraid, and has been threatened? Because don't forget, he's better friends with Jimbo than Ernie ever was.
Hey, Gertie.
Kemper is right in there with him.
Ernie says twice, you think I went back? Huh. I wish my mind didn't drift when I'm watching it because I don't know these people, so I lose interest easy. And y'all come in with these great details, so they didn't do that great on the crime scene. Cops, you mean?
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, if you look at the shot, that's why I'm saying I think this was a setup from the beginning. And I think, Jimbo was paid. They didn't know he couldn't light a fire to save his life.
Wow, this is like, if what you're saying is true, guys, it's almost like someone getting drunk on ego, isn't it?
Yes, some beach, it was
Because I
Jimbo's
see
son.
people have asked, why would you bring that to YouTube? People are going to watch it. People are going to pick it apart. There's people here that are true crime sleuthers.
But
They're
they
going
want
to
you.
know what's a bogus email account, what isn't. They're going to know, that they're implicating themselves because narcissists do that. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
it's
but they
difficult.
want you to believe, okay, that Shelby took a revolver from Jimbo's house, put it in his waistband. Now, mind you, this is a weapon that doesn't work.
Oh,
Why would
okay.
Shelby,
That's right. I
and they
forgot about that.
found it under Rodney. So you tell me how Jimbo's gun that doesn't fire, they had to clean all the rust and everything. It took them weeks to clean that gun to get it to fire. So why are you bringing a gun that belongs to Jimbo
I
that
don't
doesn't
believe
work?
he's lying, truth be told. And I think she gets up on his panel all the time. Blue on Black is in his chat. And Leslie, she brags about having,
Well,
the
if
force in
Shelby
her
took the
family. So,
revolver, then Shelby's prints would have been on it. And again, not an ounce of Shelby was on Jimbo's firearm that didn't work, that was under the victim. You see where I'm going?
not that it matters, but what was Easy's when he came you know, when he was finished going through everything, what did he come up with? What was his?
I was shocked when he said, because I was just having fun trolling and triggering him, and he got right up in his monitor, like he was going to be face to face with me. And he said, "You don't understand. I'm here for the Shelby case." And he was drunk again, so he told on himself. He said he was paid a lot of money, and it
I
had to
believe
do with
that. I
Shelby.
totally believe that. For YouTube, I
Well, it
totally
makes
believe
sense
that. Look
why he's
around.
so
Look
tight.
around. Everybody's like getting all these you know.
Because it makes sense why he's so tight with Jimbo. I mean, if you look at it from a regular standpoint, those are two people that are not going to be close. So in the ring, you got Kemper, you got Jimbo, you got Constance, and you have Easy.
Uh-huh.
Now, does that look like a group of people that belong together to you?
No.
Think about it.
I think it was a setup. Jimbo set him up with the wheat pennies and phone call.
Right.
The funeral home had surveillance cameras. Why doesn't anyone have a picture of this man? I would just like to see how big he is. Nobody has a picture? Aren't you curious to know what this man looked like?
I'm curious to know
I didn't even
why
know
they
he was,
were.
they like made it sound like he was, you know, over 200 pounds and over 6 foot. So I was
No.
like, what?
Well, he's over 6 foot. But I want to know. I think Rodney had ties
Rodney
with
King.
with somebody in the government, in the community, whatever there was, and somebody had to shut him up.
Yeah.
It goes high, because I'm sorry, I don't buy that all of them just went to Rodney King's house and all this happened and then everything gets covered up. Who's gonna cover up for the Shells and Jimbo?
Right. That's
There's
interesting.
something much
Okay, yeah,
bigger at
here it is.
play.
Here it is. She says he was like 250
Yeah.
and
I mean,
6
you're
foot
gonna tell
1.
me little Ernie is gonna take
Little.
care of a guy that big?
Right. Okay, and then his brother is he little too?
No, well, you got Jimbo. He's not sure. I mean, the puniest
I
one
looked
there
on Google chasing. I looked
was
on Google.
Ernie. I think there was a drug deal or something with some kind of somebody that's deep rooted in politics, and they got rid of him.
Gotta chop veggies. I'm getting hungry. Now you put that popcorn there too. But my 2 pennies is the Three Stooges did it. Ernie planned it. Jim Topher his size, strength, and believe it or not, Jimbo is a writer. He was a local yokel paper writer, so he knows all about writing and writing scripts.
Right.
And we saw that in Discord.
I forgot all about that.
Yep. He brags about it all the time. Holla for a dollar. Yep.
Well, they can sit there and confess to it because
You
the
know,
state of
it's ego. It's
Kentucky's
like
not going to
being
do
drunk on
anything.
ego, isn't it? Drunk on ego. It's amazing what people drunk on ego will do.
I don't know. There was some kind of deal went wrong. I believe they got money to go in there, and they even said,
Absolutely.
keep the money in whatever you find. And I think it's a big cover up.
Mhm. You know, they have a lot of turnover in Tennessee right now. I don't know. I'm not trying to change gears in story or anything, but we're talking about small town USA corruption. Did you happen to see the juvenile court judge was indicted on accepting bribes in Tennessee, where Summer's case was? And
Excuse me?
now they have, I guess, put someone there in interim. Can shared the article today on her YouTube channel, I believe it was. Go take a look at that. Yeah, I had shared the indictment on mine. If you want to look for that, or I can send it to you, but or I'll repost it actually.
See, they're all so
Yeah,
corrupt deep in
it's
the South.
it's the truth. You would think in 2024 we would have come out of that, simply just by old age, that we would old age out of that.
I feel like we're going backwards and back to the 30s, 40s, and 50s.
There's a lot about the murder. Let's see. Right, exactly. There's a lot about the murder on the internet you can read about. Okay, thank you. She says there's an article on Google called "Shot in the USA" and a picture. Okay. Then you can see his stature in this photo. Because that's the first thing I wanted to do, was I wanted to know what he looked like, right?
Yeah, I did too.
I'm just
But
visual.
but Shelby isn't small like Ernie.
He's not.
Jimbo isn't small like I don't think Shelby was of Rodney's stature, but I don't think Shelby by any means has a size 8 foot.
She said
So that still eliminates Shelby.
chest up. We can see the chest up. Okay. So he's a big guy, like OJ Simpson was? Because, OJ Simpson's roommate, I would say, would be about the size of Ernie. Do y'all
So,
remember his roommate? The one that,
oh yeah, the blonde, the
yeah,
wannabe actor.
yeah,
Yeah, he made good money off of that.
yeah.
But it's like, okay, Gypsy, it's like me, you, and Sarah sitting around one night.
Mm-hmm.
We just go out and decide to do something like they did to Rodney King. What? Because we were bored?
Right.
It doesn't make sense for them to just randomly go do this.
Wow. Listen to this. Shelby held 2 deputies, 2 cops. Ronnie was a big guy. Lots of corruption in their heels. That's right.
Shelby is a dangerous, dangerous man.
Yeah. Well, so granting him a new evidentiary hearing, and even if it comes that this charge changes, he's not going to be released.
No, but he shouldn't
So,
be charged with a murder he didn't commit, and please charge the correct party.
right. But like Jimbo was saying, do you really want this man out on your streets? Well, he's not going to be let out on the streets.
No.
They're just going to tidy up paperwork.
Basically, that's what it is. And
Yeah.
then they have to reinvestigate and charge somebody.
And if you didn't do it, you got nothing to worry about.
And why is Ernie on the run over something he could have taken care of quite easily? Bing bam boom, bada bing yeah, and done. And he's running. I think he's afraid they're gonna take his DNA.
Stacy. I hear you, girl. She said bigger than 2 twerps.
What did she say?
Oh, she said, he's not massive, but bigger than those 2 little twerps. Caught me off guard and tickled me. I want to know why Shelby was arrested in 2013, but the trial didn't take place until 2019.
What, he sat in jail that whole time? They managed to postpone and postpone that long?
Sounds like it.
Because they weren't interested in solving it because there's corruption
Well,
involved.
this is what I'm thinking. The reason that this might have happened. I am betting. Since it was a public defender, I'm betting. Did COVID happen in between this? Was this after or before? Before or after COVID? Does anybody know?
Well, Nicolina said he got arrested in 2013, Shelby.
Right.
2020 was COVID.
Did they have any kind of event, hurricane or something like that would have delayed it? Because I've read recently how they really got clogged up over COVID. Did you know that they were like releasing prisoners
Yeah.
on like those ankle bracelets?
Yeah, they did it here in
So
Florida.
that they could keep a distance between each other. I didn't realize that.
You'd be amazed at how many ankle bracelets I saw out in public when, I mean, Ron DeSantis never really shut down Florida. We've had spring break all the time. Like, Florida's just been business as usual. Ron DeSantis did nothing. Nothing
Yeah.
helped the situation. He lied about the nursing home deaths. He shuffled people around to make it like DeSantis is an evil.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to watch out for DeSantis and what he's doing to us Floridians. He's breaking us. He is literally breaking us, and he don't
They're
care.
saying that this is why he doesn't want to turn himself in right here. Where did it go?
Because of the virus?
No, they're
No,
saying he
he
doesn't want to turn
doesn't.
himself in because of DNA. They will take his DNA.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I think he's afraid they're gonna get a warrant and get his DNA. But I don't know if they would do that on a bench warrant and then they bring him in, fingerprint him, book him. I don't know if they would. I mean, it's just a little
Ain't
swab.
nobody gotten pissed off at him that had his hair brushed.
What?
Ain't nobody gotten pissed off and sent his hairbrush in.
Something. Well, we know he doesn't bathe, so you can't use a toothbrush. I'm sure that's out.
He doesn't use a toothbrush.
But then I don't understand these women that trust him. I wouldn't trust it. Like if I was alone with Ernie Shell,
Florida,
I'd be
it's
afraid.
supposed to shut down, they said.
I live in Florida. Wasn't shut down here. And we still had spring break. And everything was still open, so go figure. I don't know what part of Florida, they closed down, but not here. Not South Florida, that's for sure. But I mean, everybody's getting through it.
Well, Chasing said that up here, Magnolia, that there wasn't a chance in hell he was getting out anytime soon. So,
no, Shelby will spend the rest of his life in jail. But what I'm worried about is there's another person out there that committed a crime and they're walking free to do it again. That's what I have a problem with. But I am my little gut is standing on some kind of corruption, whether it's code enforcement or something, but there's something within the city that an official did something wrong and Rodney King had to be silenced.
I'm starving. Let's see. Coffee is making me hungry. What you gonna have today? What you gonna cook? I'm making Salisbury steak gravy.
I have oatmeal right now.
Yeah, Shelby is supposed to get out not be there all his life. Oh, really?
I thought all of his were consistent. So after one set of charges he
This is
served,
good information, y'all. Thanks for keeping me straight here.
I have to look into that because they're running concurrent. So that means even if he does his time for one crime, he still has to stay in there to do his time for the next crime. But I would like to know, see, because I like to know correct information. So that's interesting.
This may not even go back to trial. Yeah, if the evidence isn't enough, right?
It's not going to go back to trial because it's still the same cover up, whoever they're trying to protect.
That sounds good, Amber. I think I'm about to go make me a ham sandwich too until I make my dinner. I'm going to have Salisbury steak and mashed potatoes and gravy, but
Me too.
we'll have a sandwich in between.
I'm having
Well, thank you
Italian
for
green
coming up
beans on the
and
side.
helping me through this because I just don't have the attention to sit there, even
No, I'm enjoying this
through the
because,
gory
like
parts.
you,
Yeah, me
I
too.
want to
I like the
know.
commentary and just hearing what everybody thinks of, just demeanor. Just demeanor and
Because we can all sit here and think out loud, and what doesn't make sense, what does make sense, what, I enjoy this. This is my kind of
Me
conversation.
too. I appreciate you.
No, I appreciate you. Thank you for having me up. But I still
right.
want to know who they're covering up for.
And I wanted to know where was the comment here?
It's a cover up, people.
Oh, well, I'll catch it next time. I'm going to go eat my lunch. Well, I'll talk to y'all later, and I'll catch y'all out in the streets, I'm sure. I'm gonna go
Everybody have a great day. Thank you.
or something. Okay, thank you. Bye.
Bada bing, bada boom. Get over here. Get out of here.
Life is harder than I like to think, but it's easy when you're by my side. No point in calling, you just have to see the fundamentals of our life tonight. Cause I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine, it hasn't got the right to keep us apart. Killing time, we got nowhere to be. You're sending messages I can't ignore. No contemplating, come here close to me. I'm bored at home, can't leave the house no more. But I've been looking at a photograph of you, and I've been thinking about all the ways you move. This isolation got me feeling like I'm losing my love. Yeah, when I wake up I feel empty, not beside you. My whole life been searching just to find you. This quarantine
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.